Hey family, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe. Your weekly encouragement is just one click away. There are moments in life when it feels as though the heat is rising all around us, when trouble and uncertainty press in on every side. Maybe you're facing challenges at work, a rocky relationship, or the kind of heartbreak that makes you question your next step. Perhaps you're waiting for a breakthrough, praying for healing, or simply longing for some sign that you aren't forgotten in the midst of your struggle. These are the moments when faith is tested, when it's easy to wonder, where is God in the middle of my fire? Let's take a journey back to an ancient story that still speaks powerfully to us today. In the book of Daniel, chapter 3, we find a story about three ordinary people, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who found themselves in an impossible situation. They were living in Babylon, far from their homeland, under the rule of a king who demanded total allegiance. King Nebuchadnezzar, in a moment of pride, constructed a towering golden statue and issued a decree. When the music plays, everyone must bow down and worship this image. Anyone who refused would be thrown into a blazing furnace. The pressure was immense. Everyone around them complied, bowing low at the sound of instruments, desperate to avoid the king's wrath. But these three men stood tall. They remembered who they were and, more importantly, who their God was. Their refusal wasn't rooted in arrogance or rebellion, but in a deep conviction that nothing and no one deserved their worship except the living God. When confronted, they spoke words that still echo through the centuries. Our God is able to deliver us from the blazing furnace, and he will deliver us from your hand, O King. But even if he does not, we want you to know, O King, that we will not serve your gods or worship the image of gold you have set up. Pause for a moment and consider the courage it took to say those words. Even if he does not. It's one thing to have faith that God can save us. It's another to trust him, even if he doesn't deliver us the way we expect. That's real faith. Faith that isn't based on outcomes, but on an unshakable trust in God's goodness and sovereignty. King Nebuchadnezzar was furious. In his rage, he ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The heat was so intense that even the soldiers who threw the men into the fire were killed by the flames. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were bound. Sometimes God doesn't take you around the fire. He takes you through it to show his presence is stronger than your pain. Scriptures to hold. Isaiah 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Psalm 91:15. He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. If this story fired up your faith, subscribe now and share it with someone walking through a furnace moment. Remind them they're not alone.